watching The Royal Way here on Stadium Drive Sports. Welcome, Royals Empire, to The Royal Way here on Stadium Drive Sports. I'm your host, Sean Barr. Things are looking great for the Royals if you've been paying attention to this spring training. They're undefeated. That is awesome. And if you haven't been paying attention, guess what? They're undefeated. 4-0-1. Now, I don't want to jinx that because I know a game is going on right now. But if we talk about the last game, Zach Greinke made the start in that one. He made his first spring training appearance since 2010 as the Royals defeated the Colorado Rockies at Salt River Fields at Talking Stick in Arizona by a score of 8-4. He threw 3 innings, allowing 2 hits, 1 walk, and an unearned run. The first 10 batters he faced out of 12 saw a strike on the first pitch, which is great because the Royals finished last in first pitch strikes in the AL with 57.3%. Boo. Yeah, it's always good for the pitcher to get ahead in the count early and not get down 3-0 or 3-1 in the count and have to pitch a strike over the plate. You know, Greinke and Salvi were playing with that PitchCom thing that I talked about in an earlier episode. It's a new electronic communications device between the pitcher and the catcher when it comes to calling the type and locations of pitches. And Greinke said that he'd like it in the regular season, too. He'd be an advocate of the product. He said it's going to take some getting used to, though, because he's so used to seeing the signs by the pitcher being called. Like I said, the Royals improved their record to 4-0-1. Let's go ahead and take a look at the Colorado game. Scoreless through 2, Casey gets the first runs of the game in the third. A triple by Brewer Hicklin with 1 out started it off. Gabriel canceled then singled to left field to score him. Hunter Dozier then singled and canceled to make it a 2-0 game. In the bottom of that inning, the Rockies got one back on an RBI double. The top of the fourth was led off by Edward Olivares, who crushed a 396-foot home run to left field, making it a 3-1 ballgame. But Colorado answered back again in the bottom half of the inning when Sam Hillard got a 2-run homer to tie things up at 3 apiece, and the Rockies added on another one to lead by 1. Until Casey turned it up like they usually do in the second half of the game, the bullpen shuts him down, the offensive bats heat up. Edward Olivares homers again, a 405-foot home run, this time to right center field to tie it at 4. In the 7th, Kyle Osbell gets an RBI single, MGA Melendez gets an RBI single in the 8th, and another run in the 9th seals the deal as the Royals continue to impress. Alright, at this time we're going to run down some player position characteristics. Like if you were the coach and you saw kids lined up all along the fence and you didn't know really nothing about them, you'd put them on the field and you're doing your best to try to put them in the right positions. Well, there are some characteristics that go with each position in baseball. Let's go over them. Player position characteristics. Brought to you by The Royal Way and old-time baseball pictures of weird-looking 1800s baseball players. Alright, your catcher is one of your team leaders. Definitely one of the toughest on the field. He's got quick hands, a strong arm, and that boy is fearless. Especially when the pitches start to get up to 90 miles an hour. Your first baseman characteristics are usually left-handed, bendy and flexible, probably can do the splits, the biggest glove on the field, the worst arm most likely. You probably get the ball last in a World Series championship. Your second baseman has the easiest infield position due to the grounder angles, the shortest throws. Might seem easy, but you're going to have some quick hands to relay those double play balls. And third base, the hot corner. Quickest reaction time next to the catcher, best arm next to the pitcher. Not very agile, above average speed, not as quick as the middle infielders, kind of like the first baseman. Shortstop, the infielder captain, leader, probably is the shortest player. Gets a lot of action with righties being more prevalent than the lefties being at bat. It was definitely my favorite position growing up. Next to playing left field, I like that too. They usually think that they're better than the center fielder, but also feel like they're second best. And they're usually a good hitter, but for some reason you find them in the middle of the batting order. Your center fielder is your captain in the outfield with the ability to call off some of the fly balls. They're usually the fastest on the team, long strides, and most athletic on the team. Oh, right field, boring. Yeah, you could start to daydream during right-handed batters. The different trajectory and angle of the ball when you're playing defense in right field when a left-handed batter is up is pretty cool though. And a designated hitter is somebody with a good offensive bat, but somebody you don't really want to see on the field. Maybe an old veteran, kind of injured, has no speed, can't really fit him in somewhere, so just get us a hit right there. We'll have somebody run for you. Your starting pitchers are the guys who can go the longest. Got about 6 to 7 innings, and there's probably about 5 of them. You got your ace and 2, 3, 4, 5. They'll usually go about 100 pitches, and you want them to have about 5 different pitches. And your relief pitcher is there to help out the starter. He's there to either stop the bleeding or keep the game within reach. It was cool when the Royals put in one for the 7th, 8th, and 9th. And some pitchers will just face one batter due to the matchup, righty-lefty. When it's closing time, it's time to bring the heat. They usually have a fastball and a changeup, and that's about it. They're in there for 1 to 2 innings to shut the game down and put that nail in the coffin. And then you have your utility player, where you can just plug and play him in any position, outfield, infield. So he just plays left out. Can be used as a pinch runner, pinch hitter. Is that a boy or a girl? Can't really tell. And this just in, Royals win again. Woo! Go Royals! Joey Votto hit a solo home run to right field for the Reds in the first inning. In the top of the third, the Reds had a ground rule double down the left field line. They ended up scoring a couple runs, but Bobby Witt answers back for the Royals with his second home run to left field this spring. This one scores MJ Melendez and Whit Merrifield. The Reds were able to tie the game up 4-4 in the top of the 8th, but the Royals were able to keep the winning streak alive with an RBI single from Vinny Pasquantino to score Gabriel Cancel. Your final score is 5-4 Royals. That boy Bobby Witt though. Man. Alright, it's MLB report time. This is where I get in and talk to you about some stuff around the league. Now, what I've got for you today is the New York Yankees are dumb. That's it. Alright, let's move on with the show. Bud Light! Ooh, right here, right here. Alright, I'm gonna go get a beer and we gotta go to commercial and I'll be right back. Thirsty. Hold up.
Hey there, I'm Kevin, host of the 12th Man at Arrowhead Drive. Be sure to tune in every Sunday and Wednesday for all your Chiefs content right here on Stadium Drive Sports.
You've seen him on Baywatch. You've seen him on Knight Rider. Now you can see him on your nightstand. That's right, the David Hasselhoff commemorative decorative planter Chia Pet. Watch it grow in 1 to 2 weeks. It could be yours. Use this keyword and email Stadium Drive Sports. Leave the keyword. We'll have your email and we will notify you when you win. And the prizes get better, folks. We got to start somewhere. It's now time for the Royal Way Best to Ever Wear It Awards. We're on number 4. The nominees are Greg Pryor, Danny Tartable, Angel Barroa, and Alex Gordon. And the winner is Alex Gordon! Gordo! Did you know? MLB announcer John Buck mentioned San Francisco pitcher Madison Bumgarner 87 times during the 2014 World Series. He mentioned the Royals 8 times. John Buck, you suck. Alright, Royals Empire, it's trivia time. How many feet is it from home plate to center field? Or home plate to left field, or right? What are the field dimensions at Kauffman Stadium? Is it A, B, C, or D? Guess. Woo! I started my career off as a Mariner in 1984. I moved from Seattle to KC in '87, where I played right field and DH until 1991. I became a Yankee-to-Yank in '92 and ditched the pinstripes in '94 for Oakland for 24 games. Had a full year with the White Sox before ending with 3 games in Philly. I had a great rookie season, hitting .270 with 25 home runs and 96 RBI. My second year in Seattle, I improved to a .309 average with 34 home runs and 101 RBI. My 34 homers were third in the AL. My best years were as a Royal. I had an All-Star year in 1991 in which I led the majors in slugging percentage, .593. I was even in the Home Run Derby in '91. Best part of my 14-year career was in KC. Hey, it's free agency business. I had a distrust with the Yankees owner, George Steinbrenner. Getting out of New York was like having been released from jail. I believe him. I ended my career with a .273 average, 262 home runs, 925 RBI, and 37 stolen bases. My favorite moment in my career was being mentioned on the Royal Way as a nominee for the Best to Ever Wear It award. No bull. I am Danny Tartable. It's now time to take you through the years here on the Royal Way. We are on the year 1973. Bye-bye, Municipal Stadium. August 12, 1972 marked the opening day for the Truman Sports Complex. The Royals began playing their games at Royal Stadium. In the American League West in 1973 had the Oakland Athletics win again. The Kansas City Royals were only 6 games behind. The Minnesota Twins, Angels, White Sox, and Rangers followed up. Rangers lose 100-plus games again. Here is your 1973 defensive setup. 1973 was the Royals' 5th season. It was a successful one as they gained ground on the Oakland A's, finding themselves only 6 games from the division win. 88-74 record ain't bad. John Mayberry and Amos Otis were your home run hitters this year, tying the team for the lead with 26. Mayberry repeated his triple-digit total of RBI from last year with 100. The Royals' new manager was Jack McKeon. Cookie Rojas, Amos Otis, and John Mayberry were your all-stars. KC was second in the AL in on-base percentage next to Baltimore due to taking walks. The 1973 season MVPs went to Reggie Jackson and Pete Rose. The Cy Young Award winners were Jim Palmer and Tom Seaver. And Oakland wins its 2nd straight World Series. With the opening of the Truman Sports Complex, Kansas City hosted the All-Star Game on July 24th. The NL won 7-1, but 40,849 attended the game. To be continued with 1974. All right, Royals Empire, that's all the time we have for now. I want to thank you all for watching. Catch me Monday here on Stadium Drive Sports for another edition of the Royal Way. That's appreciated. See y'all later.